everybody. Welcome back to We Talk Raw. We have a surprise. Speaking of sling and drinks, we're going to have Bob make us a...
So this is one of the new cocktails with Stylus.
316. Got game and pulled out his own Atari. I said sorry, I'ma have to pass like Nash to Amari. Tiger up early on a Sunday, sinking birdies while the pigskin spinning through the air, tight and birdie. It's a TD, it's a TKO, a home run, it's a hat trick. Ain't no way to be an all-star without practice. So if you down to sacrifice your life for a draft pick, it's a pretty sweet position. You can live it if you have some things in the air. If you got game, wake like you just don't care. If you got game, playing like you got no fit, and you got game. If you came in the way, you got game.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Talk Raw. I'm your host today, Jennifer Busco, and I'm excited to have some fun today. I would like to welcome to the show Bob Peters. Welcome.
How's it going?
To RB's Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for coming, and we are so excited to have you. We want to hear all about your journey. Tell us, I'm just kidding. So you are currently the beverage director for Soul Gastrolounge, which was a restaurant that was amazing, closed, reopened.
Yep.
It's the talk of the town.
It was a hugely anticipated opening, finally to get back. Two years after they closed, took them a little while to find a really great space that was worthy of such a Charlotte landmark. And so we found this great space, and they opened up about 3 months ago-ish.
So how many years were they? They were closed for only 2 years?
I think so.
God, it seems longer.
I think so. Don't quote me.
If I had a nickel for every post of those watermelon tuna tacos,
the watermelon
I'd be
pork
rich.
belly
Yeah,
tacos.
that's what everyone posts. Like, we missed these.
It's the dish.
The pork belly. Yeah.
Yeah, the dish that made a restaurant. Like it's like one of those Charlotte staples. It's really
I love
amazing.
the sushi too.
Oh yeah,
Sushi's
amazing.
I haven't been to the new location. I need to
Well,
go.
come on by.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're coming, and I'll roll out the red carpet.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So you started out as a bartender. Tell us your story.
Oh gosh,
I was born in 1972.
Yeah. So back in the old days, all right. I probably started bartending about 21 or 22, somewhere around there, and I was just really lucky. I was in my favorite dive bar at the time, the Elizabeth Pub, and it was me and the owner and the guy behind the bar, one of the bartenders there. And I was like the first one in that day. It was probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock. The place was a total dive bar, really beautiful. Didn't have any windows. There was carpet on the floor. Like, it was just insane. A great jukebox, couple of pool tables, dartboards in the back. It was wonderful. So they
Elizabeth Billiards? Is that what you're talking about?
No, Elizabeth Pub.
Oh, where was that?
Elizabeth Pub, 4th and Torrance, 1427 East 4th Street. Yeah.
So closer to town.
Yeah,
Uptown,
it's a parking lot now. It's literally a CPCC parking deck. Oh. But at any rate, I digress. Basically, they were saying that they didn't have anybody. Somebody was getting ready to quit, and they didn't have anybody to ever work, and nobody wanted to work there because it was so slow, and it's just a little dive bar, and they were in bad shape. And I was like, sorry to eavesdrop, but you know what? I'll do it. And they were like, really? And I was bussing tables at the time at the Porcupine Cafe on East Boulevard. Yeah, this is 100 years
Showing your
ago.
age, aren't you?
Yeah, it's so
Never even
old.
heard of it.
It's old. But at any rate, that's kind of how I got my start. And started working from that dive bar to a couple of neighborhood bars.
Yeah, so we're neighborhood kids.
Yeah.
We need to share that with everybody.
Yeah.
You and I are neighborhood kids.
That's right.
Plaza Midwood.
Through and through.
Elizabeth. Yep.
Yeah,
that's how I know you, from years and years and years ago.
Yeah. So then I think, and I was trying to remember this exactly where we met, but it's so long ago. I can't remember. I think it was through maybe serving you at Thomas Street.
Potentially, because I worked at the Cajun Queen, so we would go to the Thomas Street every night after our shifts.
Cajun Queen ladies, yeah, that's right.
I was a Cajun Queen lady.
Yes.
And then you sort of mentored. You don't want me to say that word, but
that's a strong word.
Father.
Brett, I love you. That's a strong word.
I don't think he's going to watch this.
Okay.
Maybe. But you taught him a lot about bartending. He definitely attributes you to.
It was
how he does.
that era was a fun time. Also, that Brett actually is probably the one that got me the job at the Punch Room. He came to me when I was working at Pisces and said,
I remember that Pisces. Yeah, your Pisces era. You have a lot of eras. You're like Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I mean, it's
the Pisces era
for sure.
You were there a while.
Yeah, I was there about 3 years, I think. And that was another great time. That era was, we took an obscure sushi restaurant with a normal bar program, and then when I got involved, it moved into getting some local recognition, and then it got some city recognition. Chefs started showing up after their shifts at work, and then we started getting some state recognition and then national recognition.
So let's back up a little. Like, how did you get to be so good? Like, what are you, like a foodie? Were you like, are you a scientist? You know, you're a mixologist. You're one of Charlotte's first mixologists, wouldn't you say?
I don't know about that, but I've been
Let's
around for 100 years, you know, so I definitely was in the bartending scene back when things started to get more cocktail driven and people started understanding that, you know, there's fine dining, but there can also be fine cocktails, you know,
go with
and
it,
like that experience of having an ultra well-made cocktail and with good booze and great presentation and a story and love and, you know, like that kind of idea, like that I was definitely helped with that here in Charlotte. So that all happened at Pisces, basically.
Did you start just tinkering around with ingredients and hey, I want to put blueberries with this mint?
The owner of Pisces, or one of the owners, Brian Lee, is a very, very good friend of mine. Now he's my daughter's godfather. We were good friends. We had worked together already.
Oh, I know him from Rockbox.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is an amazing man. And I just, when he hired me, he said, I need some help with this new project they were doing. They were expanding into the lounge side, which was beside the restaurant. They basically knocked a hole in the door or in the wall and then had another, 1,500 square feet or whatever it was. And so he said, I need a cocktail list where people aren't just going to be sitting around, you know, drinking a $6 or $7 glass of wine. I mean, granted, this was
that's a cheap date.
Close to 15 years ago, you know, in Charlotte. But I was like, all right, well, what do you want to do? He said, I want to be able to charge $15 a cocktail. And I was like, okay. So back then, that was top dollar. You know, that was as expensive as any place in town. And I was like, all right, well, I can help and we can do this, but you know, like honestly, you got to have nice ice. You've got to have beautiful glassware. You have to probably have a curated list of booze. You need like to use fresh ingredients. I mean, local stuff would be even better. I mean, there's lots of things we can do, but everything has to be very intentional.
And this is before like YouTube or TikTok. Like nowadays you can probably just TikTok like high-end Christmas cocktail.
Right.
But back then, did you just do your own research?
I mean, the internet was still around. So
like I said,
it wasn't that long ago,
I don't
Jennifer.
Really
okay.
Need 100.
Yeah, somebody sent me a couple of messages on Telegraph, right? They faxed them over.
Right.
I just went down the rabbit hole, you know, and...
Did it become a passion of yours?
Oh, very quickly. It was something that I realized that I couldn't stop thinking about. And that was a gift and a curse, you know. I mean, you know, passion is a beautiful thing, but it also takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. But it's definitely worked out, and it's been a ton of fun. Cocktails have taken me almost all over the world now. It's wild.
Yeah. So you want to tell us about that? Give us some examples. We were talking about Anthony Bourdain before we started rolling the camera.
So when I was at the Punch Room, I met the CEO of the Ritz-Carlton, Hervé Umler, and he immediately recognized the fact that I was doing really cool stuff.
So he was just in there having a drink? Or was he?
He and his wife were in town for a wedding, and it was the first time that they had ever been to the Ritz-Carlton Charlotte. So everybody inside
impeccable, I'm sure.
Everybody was freaking out. And then he said he heard about me, so they wanted to come and have a drink. And everybody was like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" And I was like, "No."
I was going to ask that too.
No, it's not. It wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous because he's as amazing man as he is. He's just a man, you know. And so I knew that I was just going to show him kind of what I did, and and some interesting drinks, and he would, I'm sure, be on his way. But he recognized pretty quickly that what we were doing up there was incredible. And so he said, we have to get you down to the Cayman Islands for the Cayman Cookout. And that is, if you guys don't know, that is like really exclusive, super high-end food festival. And it's put on by some of the best chefs in the world. And so that was started by Eric Repair and his best friend, Anthony Bourdain. So that, and Emeril Lagasse's always down there. Jose Andrés probably is going to get a Nobel Peace Prize for too long. I mean, he's doing really incredible stuff in areas of the world that are in extreme disarray, whether it's a war-torn area or disaster relief efforts. He's really done incredible stuff. But at any rate, meeting Anthony Bourdain was insane. You know, meeting Daniel Boulud. I mean, I met Sean Brock down there, and God, Rick Bayless, so many people. Like it's hard to even remember all the incredible celebrity chefs that I met while I was down there, and they're all so nice.
Really?
Yeah, so nice. Emeril Lagasse, like I did an event with him on the beach of the Cayman every year. Like he was like my guy, and so I got to know him fairly well, and his staff that he, like his crew that he traveled with. And they were so nice, like really, really great. We took our daughter down to the Caymans one year, and she was celebrating, I think, her 9th birthday. And so we booked reservations in the really nice restaurant down there. It's called Blue, and that's Eric Repair's restaurant. He has a 3-star Michelin restaurant in New York City called La Bernardin. And his restaurant down in the Cayman Islands would probably have, I would imagine, 2 to 3 stars if the Michelin network was in the Caribbean. But they're not. So that's just an extremely nice restaurant. So at any rate, we were celebrating Georgia Best's 9th birthday down there, and we decided as a family to get the tasting menu. So they just brought you whatever they wanted. The chefs just brought you stuff. So we came in, and Emeril Lagasse came in, and he was having a drink at the bar with his crew, and all of a sudden, he comes over, he sees me, he comes over, he speaks, says hello to me, and says hello to my wife, and then to Georgia Beth as well. And he said, "What are you guys celebrating?" And she, my daughter said, "Yes, chef." It was so sweet. And he said, "Well, what are y'all celebrating?" She said, "It's my birthday." And he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing." And he said, what are you eating? And she said, "We're having the chef's table." And he said, "What? You're 9 and you're having the chef's table?" And he turns around in the middle of the dining room and he starts screaming in front of the entire dining room that's packed full of people. And people are like taking pictures and stuff at this point. Like, is that his niece? Who is that? You know? And so he was like, "The 9-year-old's birthday. She's gotten the chef's table."
Aww.
And he turns around and he goes, "What's your favorite dish so far?" And she goes, "Probably the foie, chef." And he turned around and he starts screaming again. He's like, "The foie gras is her favorite dish, the 9-year-old. And people are just going crazy. It was really, really, really wild. Like, and such a cool moment. And then right when you think that it couldn't have been any more bizarre or weird or fun, Jose Andrés walks in, and he loves to mess with Emeril. So he comes over to the table, and he starts messing with Emeril, and Emeril goes, "Shut up, shut up, shut up. It's Georgia Best's birthday." They're having the chef's table. And so Jose Andrés, who probably learned how to whisper in a helicopter, turned around and he starts with this booming Spanish voice, just starts screaming about the 9-year-old.
Wow, that was the best birthday ever.
And so it was pretty wild.
So just slinging drinks brought you to that moment.
Did that, and then, you know, there's a governing board of Cognac for Cognac spirits in Cognac, France, that flew me to Cognac for a couple of days some years back to go check out and see what was going on in Cognac and show me around some of there was several distilleries that we went to, including Martel, where I saw some Cognac that was made the same year that the Declaration of Independence was made.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it was it was pretty crazy. It did some stuff in the south of France and Cannes for big events down there. All around the country for sure. Like, it's been a wild ride.
So let's simplify and talk about like slinging drinks, like how grueling bartending can be. Let's be honest. At least for me it was, but I bartended mostly in a hotel. I mean, well,
Yeah.
Hotel bartending can be just, you're like a doctor. There's no days off.
Yeah.
Shifts are long.
Yeah, shifts are long.
Kitchen's usually so much like further away from the bar. At least for me, it was a grueling job for me.
It can definitely be physically demanding, absolutely.
And when people get toasted and tipsy,
yeah, and
I'm
then
sure
you're
you
babysitting.
have some stories. Then you're babysitting.
Then you're babysitting, right?
Do you have any fun stories, like any fun bartending stories?
Ooh, trying to think. I mean, I met lots of celebrities over the course of my career. Let's see, Bob Saget. I hung out with him a couple of times. Rest in peace. Several rock stars came into the punch room. And then, back when I was working at the Old Soul, when it was back on Central, like people, it had such a cult sort of following that when celebrities were in town for like shooting movies or whatnot, they would, after a little while, they would always find Soul. And come and have dinner with us. So we always took care of them, but we were always try to be very polite and courteous of their privacy. So we tried not to make a big deal out of those guys coming in. But Woody Harrelson and a ton of people came in. I think that was during the Hunger Games.
Okay.
When the Hunger Games was being filmed in and around Charlotte. So that was a lot of fun.
So you've had to hire a lot of bartenders.
I mean, at this point, yes.
So what has nothing to do with skill, but tells you immediately somebody will be exceptional behind the bar?
Their passion. Their passion for learning. And so I don't care if you know everything about cocktails. I don't. You know what I mean? But
you know a lot, though.
I've gathered some wealth of knowledge.
So
now.
humble, Bob.
But I don't care if you know everything. But that's not important. What's important is that you love learning, because that is going to get you really far. And you're always striving. You never grow stagnant. You never grow bored. You're entertained by people, like those are the things that really, really matter. Like, I can teach you how to make a drink. I can teach you how to wait a table. I can teach you how to do a lot of those things, but I can't teach you how to care. And that goes a long, long way when you're taking care of people.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So what emotion do you think most people are actually ordering when they order a drink?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say the emotion that most people are ordering when they order a drink might be relaxation. They're trying to dial that up. They're trying to unplug a little bit. They're trying to wash away some of their day, get some of that off of them. And I think that is a mark of a good bartender or a server for that matter, is when somebody comes in and you can kind of take the reins from them, and be like, hey, listen, why don't you sit over here? You let me drive for a little while and I'll take care of you. I'll make sure the ride is very pleasant and you enjoy the scenery. And then that way they can kind of turn that off and you make all the little decisions for them. Once they trust you, then if you say, I'm ready for another drink, and I ask what do you want? And you're like, make me whatever you want, and then that means that I have trust. And so I have to honor that. But also that means that you can actually relax from that point moving forward. And so that one little thing, just making those couple little decisions over the course of an evening or an experience or the time that you're in the bar or the restaurant is so relaxing when people just cater to you, take care of what you need without you having to even ask.
And I think it's important too, to recognize like when you're a regular somewhere, right? When you keep so I go to Catalina every Wednesday with my girls. Shout out to Catalina. Yeah. Shout out to Scarlett, the bartender, and Matt. We love you guys. And they just take such great care of us. Yep. We're all coming in at different times, separate checks. They're like, do you want your bottle of Sauvignon Blanc? I mean, glass, just a glass.
Glass.
Yeah, it's a glass of Sauvignon Blanc. I mean, it's a wine bottle special, so I do order a bottle of wine. That's half price wine. But they know all of us are drinking like our individual things.
Yeah.
Like Megan Lawton drinks her gin martini, and we just love it. And I love going every week because you see like the similar people, and you're getting taken care of by the staff, and there's just a whole vibe.
There's something really special about the bartender putting your drink down before you sit down.
Absolutely.
You just feel like, I don't care if they even know my
seen.
name.
You feel seen and heard.
I don't care if you know my name.
Yeah.
You know my drink.
Yeah.
Right. And then if it's ready by the time I put my, rear end in the seat, like I just feel like $1 million, you know, like I'm the king of the world all of a sudden.
Well, and you're also like the community leader. You know, like when I go to Catalina, we have like a rotating group, but then we're meeting people that are also just sitting at the bar. And you, by the end of the night, you have your community.
Yeah.
And the bartenders are like the leaders. They're like the ringleaders of like this little mini community, this micro community that you've created with wine.
The host or the hostess of the evening.
Yeah.
And they try to make sure that all their guests are taken care of. That's definitely how I think about it. And I think it's an easy way to think about it. And I also think that it's like an important way to think about it. Like you're kind of responsible for that person having a good night. Yeah.
Have you ever seen like proposals or anything wild like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here's another good one. I met, had a friend came in, this young lady came in and sat down and this was again at the punch room. And so she sat down and we started to fill up. And so I was like, hey, I've got a couple of people that are coming in here. There were 2 guy friends of mine as well. And I knew that the girl that was sitting on the couch was single because she was a buddy of mine. And I knew that one of the guys was single. So
keep it with your arrow.
Yeah. So I sat them next to each other because they had never met before and they hit it off. And he is such a wonderful guy, and he asked her very politely at the end of the evening if he could have her phone number. They talked all week long, and then they came back the next week and had their first date there. Coming a couple months later, they fell in love. Like they were really a match made in heaven. He proposed to her in the punch room. She said yes, and then they asked me to officiate their wedding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that gives me the chills.
I know. Really, really great.
Wow.
And now they have a kid, and I see them all the time, and they're some of my favorite people in the whole world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool.
In the flow. Y'all were in the flow.
That's right.
In the flow. So what does beverage director mean? Like, walk us through your daily life. Are you hiring the bartenders? Are you ordering the ingredients? The booze?
I kind of...
Are you bartending?
Well, I haven't been back behind the bar quite yet, but I will be. I've kind of wanted to get everything sort of in place and get all my systems right and then make sure that everybody feels comfortable and, all the systems and everything is just right. Like that is very, very important to me. That to me is my biggest job is making sure people have the right tools to get their job done well, and feel comfortable and feel prepared. Being prepared is like.
So do you train the bartenders and kind of make them like little apprentices that you?
Yeah, that happens a lot. The staff that I inherited at Soul is a fantastic. Like I can't say enough about them. Like they're really, really wonderful, and I like all of them. Like, and there's not a weak link in the bunch, which is very, very, very rare. Like there's always somebody that is always late or, is always in a bad mood or this or that, but not this crew. Like it's really wonderful. So they all are very professional and get their job done and are happy when they do it. And then they leave and they come back on time and we do it all over again. But my typical day, probably I go in a couple of hours before service starts, before we're open to the public. I get a little bit of paperwork done if I need to send out some emails or count inventory or whatever it is, and then make orders if I need to. Maybe have a meeting or a tasting with a liquor rep or something along those lines. Then the bar staff starts to come in and make sure that they have everything they need. If there's something offhand that we're out of, I'll go run to the store and go pick it up real quick.
Is there a big bar at the new location?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So a little bit about the new Soul. The old Soul, remember, was about...
Small.
Yeah, it was about 75 seats, and that included the patio.
Yeah.
Right? And so now this Soul, the new Soul, is 175.
Wow.
Yeah, so bigger, more than double the size. And so the bar is much bigger. The dining room, of course, is much bigger. And not only that, but we have a new little bar inside of the restaurant. It's like... It's kind of speakeasy-ish, although I hate that term.
Is it called something separately or not?
Yeah, it's called Stylus.
Oh, okay.
It's called
Yes,
Stylus. We just opened up the day after Thanksgiving, and it's absolutely beautiful. Scott Weaver did an amazing job designing that room. And so I asked him, I was like, so what's the feel of the room? What are you calling this? And he said it so casually and so perfectly that it just makes sense when you see the room. And he said, it's what I think disco-noir should look like.
Ooh, love
it's fantastic.
I need to go.
It's definitely like a listening room. It's set up to enjoy sound. So the stereo equipment in there is top-notch. Andy Casanas, the owner, is a DJ by trade, and he's been doing that since before he owned restaurants and bars and clubs here around Charlotte. And so sound is really important to him. So the sound quality in that room is insanely amazing, and they sort of curate different evenings where some nights it might be rock and roll, sometimes it might be like emo, sometimes it might be hip hop, sometimes it might be Frank Sinatra, sometimes it might be Caribbean Afro beats.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, just different stuff, and it may not be like a DJ, it might be just somebody who has a cool collection of a certain style of music.
How hard is it to get into Soul right now?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we're busy.
Do you have to have a reservation for the bar? Can you just walk in?
You can just walk in.
Okay, I like that.
They if you do want a reservation, there are some available. But if for some reason you find yourself without a reservation on a Friday or Saturday, you typically can walk right in. And depending on, if it's a busy time, there might be a little bit of a wait. But then you can just come and sit in Stylus and have a cocktail.
Exactly.
Or you could sit at the bar, if the bar's not full.
That's not the bar, girl.
So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking of having a wait, we're going to have the audience have a wait while we take a break. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors with a surprise.
Welcome back to this week's segment of What's Trending Now on Our Radio, Media, and Streaming Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And now let's get started on our upcoming local, national, and international concerts, starting off with Black Box Theater, where DJ Nightmare will be performing for the Mindful Tour, taking place on Sunday, December 27th. Doors open at 10 p.m. You can get your tickets at blackboxcharlotte.com. Tosco Music's annual open mic night is happening on Tuesday, January 6th, taking place at the Evening Muse. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. You can get your tickets at eveningmuse.com. Demi Lovato is headed to the Spectrum Center in Charlotte for the It's Not That Deep tour, taking place on Wednesday, April 8th. Doors open at 8 p.m. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. This is Annalise Pearl, bringing you all the new details and the latest trending water cooler conversations. Stay on top with the Our Beats app and ourbeats.com, always bringing you the best of the best independent, national, and international music artists. Constant influences are on the Our Beats app. You all know the drill. Now let's get started with this week's DJ World Beats top trending songs. Spinning now on 25/8 366, our global pop stream, DJ World Beats brings you House's Way and Katie by Riff Raff. We have Boss Up by Shensia. We have Prototype by Victoria Modesta. We have Crystallize by John Summit featuring Inez. Trending now on Our Beats Radio, our House and EDM stream, we have Life is Simple by Masick and Marshall Jefferson featuring Salome Das. Talk of the Town by Fred Again and Sammy Vergi with Reggie. Mana by Ace Ventura and Starlab. We have Bass Down Low by Cashmere, Bassjackers, and Avantgada. We have, coming up on We Global Radio, our hip-hop and R&B stream, we have Can't Hold Us by Sampa the Great. And we have, closing out on USA Heroes, our classic rock and country station, we have White Horse by Chris Stapleton. And that concludes this week's countdown. Be sure to check out our social media sensation show, What's Trending Now, and be sure to check out the watch list with Greasy Keys right here on ourbeats.com. Thank you all so much for watching.
Everybody, welcome back to We Talk Raw. We have a surprise. Speaking of sling and drinks, we're going to have Bob make us a...
So this is one of the new cocktails over at Stylus. Ooh. And it's there's a holiday theme-ish. So, here we are close to the holidays, and I wanted to make you something fun.
I'm ready.
And something, tequila-based.
Okay, let's do it.
You want to try something?
Walk us through.
Okay, so this one is called Not the Gumdrop Buttons.
Oh, okay.
Do you get the reference?
Like on the Christmas tree?
On Shrek.
Oh.
Remember where the Shrek they were torturing the gingerbread man, and he was like, "Not the Gumdrop Buttons."
Aw, okay, I have seen Shrek.
That's
Yes.
this. That's
Okay.
this. That's absolutely hysterical. Okay, so we're gonna add. Let's make us both a cocktail here.
Okay, yes.
So I'm gonna put in 1.5 ounces of this Milagro Reposado tequila per person.
Okay.
That is one of my favorite all-time tequilas. Like really, really amazing stuff. And then I've got a little bit of fresh squeezed orange juice.
Ooh.
It has to be fresh squeezed, okay?
Okay,
It
has
does.
to.
And so
Has
I'm
to.
gonna put in 1/2 ounce of that per person. And then I've got a little.
Do you eyeball your ounces?
No, that's you got.
Oh.
You gotta do.
Oh, you have. Okay,
Yeah.
so everyone here,
That's right.
he's got the little.
It's a little jigger.
Yeah.
It's a little gold jigger. And so we're gonna add in 1/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice
Okay.
per person.
So it's been tequila, orange juice, lemon juice.
Yep, that's
fresh.
and we're almost done here. This is really interesting. So this is a gingerbread tea syrup.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, it's
I
insanely
wish y'all
delicious.
could smell it. Ooh! Oh my gosh.
Smells like gingerbread.
Ooh! Delicious.
So yummy. Okay, so we're gonna add in 1 ounce of this per person,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay.
Well, almost it actually.
Do you
Not
shake
quite.
it like a Polaroid picture?
You got to. Right?
Yeah, I mean, especially here. Yeah.
There we go.
Maybe
Let's-
cue the song. Shake it like
Shake
a
it.
Polaroid picture. Yes.
trying to slinging liquor all
Yeah.
over the studio.
Don't look
here.
at the equipment wet.
Yeah, try not to.
Woo!
That's right. Here we go. Okay, so then we're going to double strain this into
Double
a
strain.
coupe glass.
Double strain, everybody.
That's right. And this is going to go.
I like the
Probably
color. It's
about
kind of
halfway.
grounding, earthy.
It's very, very winter.
Very winter.
Very
yes.
winter. Okay.
Ooh, yes.
So almost done here. Let's put that over
Oh,
here.
yes. Here, your assistant will take it.
And then, holidays just
Woo!
wouldn't quite be.
Don't knock my eye out. Don't shoot my eye out, kid.
We'll point it this way. Holidays wouldn't quite be the holidays without a little bit of the
Yes,
bubbly,
we
right?
need some
Little
bubbles,
bit of the
honey.
bubbly. If I can get it done. Okay. So, this is going to top off our cocktail here and give it a little effervescence.
Yes. Woo! 3, 2, 1.
This is that's the proper way to open some bubbles right there.
Slowly.
Yes.
Slowly and gracefully.
Okay, and then last but not least, we got to garnish this.
We gotta
thing.
garnish, y'all.
And how?
An R Beats Radio garnish.
That's right. So this is
So pretty.
a gumdrop.
The gumdrop. Oh.
Yeah. So we'll do that, and we'll do that. Can you see it?
Can everybody see it? Yes. Do we drink it now?
I think we should drink it.
Ooh. Cheers to
Hey,
you
cheers.
and
Happy
RB's
holidays.
Radio. Happy
Thank you for
holidays,
having me.
everybody. Let's try it.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh. The gingerbread and tequila have like sister flavors. Am I right?
Yeah. And the bubbles.
I just really picked up on that.
Yeah.
Like you almost can't tell the difference. Did you make this up?
Yes. Go figure. It's funny. It's almost
It's
like I know what
delicious.
I'm doing after 100 years.
After 100 years, only 100. Wow, that's really delicious.
Yeah.
So you can go to Stylus, anybody out there that lives in Charlotte, or fly into Charlotte if you're somewhere else. Ooh, I want to do that. And
Eat the
get
gumdrop.
yourself not a gumdrop.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Oh, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. So how can people find you, find more about
Mm.
you? Do you have events? I see you have like cocktail events around town, which
Yep.
seem really cool.
So we got follow us along the journey here at Soul Gastro, Soul Gastro at Soul Gastro on Instagram, and then my personal is Bob_Peters on the Instagram, and we're gonna start doing cocktail classes at Soul.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? It's gonna be free.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bartender, but maybe I'm hosting a party and I want to like think of some cool cocktails,
That's
which I'm doing tonight.
Exactly right. So maybe you can make this for your
Exactly.
folks that are coming over.
I love it.
So yeah, I talk a lot about home bartending because most of the people don't necessarily work in a bar that come to those classes, but
And you can experiment more at
Yeah,
home, right?
100%.
Your livelihood's not
you can do whatever
depending
you want.
on it.
That's right.
Yeah. And so what advice would you give somebody that's that little knickerbocker 21-year-old kid starting to bartend that's really drawn to this work and wants to sort of...
I would say consistency, and like half of the job is just showing up. You know, show up, be present.
Like being like actually showing up.
Be showing up, and then also be mentally present while you're there. Clock in, you know, with your head.
Clock in with your head. I like that.
Plug in, you know. Don't just sort of, you know, meander your way through your shift, but like try to learn.
Learning's huge.
And grow and get better every day and care. Again, back to caring. You just gotta care.
I love it.
Yep.
Well, cheers to you, Bob Peters, and all you've done for Charlotte and the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers to everybody watching. Come to Stylus if you live in Charlotte, or fly here now. It's a delicious cocktail. All right, everybody. Until next time.
That's good.